Good evening, friends. Myself, Sandeep Harikrishnan, and my teammates Aditya Tiwari, Saksham Mittal, Simardeep Singh, Avinash Chakrabarti, and Abhinav Reddy. We are here to speak on the controversial topic, namely democracy is a price we pay for corruption. So, see, like now everything has its own pros and cons. Even like that, even democracy has its own pros and cons. Now, democracy, now we are going to speak on it. So, we must be knowing what's democracy. So democracy follows three principles. It's for the people, of the people, and by the people. So now I'll start our on the group discussion. Anybody would like to speak on democracy?
Democracy is the type of government in which the people elect their own representatives to lead the nation. But now, even after people are electing their own representatives, there are lots of crimes in the society and democracy has lost its value. We should opt for monarchy or dictatorship if this follows in democracy. So, anyone can further continue the...
But in nowadays, democracy is not. It's not allowing the one of the principles that it is not by the people. Most of the candidates are going in their families and electing their own family members in the elections and they are thinking of making money off it.
You're talking about corruption, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are indirectly.
So like
Corruption is entering the democracy.
Now the democracy is biased completely. People are not.
It has changed.
They are not sharing their own views. They are biased by others' views and they are electing their own representatives, and that is what devaluing this democracy concept. So,
So you are
Actually, I partially agree with you, but I'm still with the notion that democracy, it's good. Like people have the right, to
They have
choose
their
their
own voice.
leader.
They have their own voice.
Yeah, they have their own voice. So that's definitely good thing, right?
but their own voice is then leading to corruption and other crimes. How is that possible?
Um,
Actually, the main reason about this is that democracy, the system is like it's a long system, and for people to get their works to be done quickly, they follow the means which they should not follow, and because of these reasons, it leads to corruption and all the other crimes. So we should if we are following democracy, no problem. Democracy is one of the best system we have.
And our country is the largest democracy in the world. We should be proud of it, but then many
But
corruption.
the system of democracy is really long. Like it's a huge process. Like even if you want to pass a law, that also takes around years and years.
I agree with it. Democracy, you can't change democracy. It will take a lot. It will take a long time. You can't change democracy. But I think democracy is best for a country with such large population. People are not satisfied with a single person. Maybe that thoughts of that person. It's impossible to match every single person in the country.
But in democracy, the people are electing their own representatives, and in most of the cases, the representatives are not capable enough to lead the nation. They are simply enjoying their powers and they are misutilizing their position and doing lots of crimes. And then how democracy is useful for our nation?
Also-
when crimes are so prevalent.
Also, the people we elect, they promises a lot, but they don't follow it. One of these is that they hide their transparency actually. For the next elections, they hide their transparency and they go into their own issues for making money and expanding their own things, business and all. So this is a bad thing.
Okay, so now I have a question for you, Mr. Manda. See now, not only India, even USA follows democracy, right?
Yeah.
So what's different? I mean, because see the stats and the facts follow USA. It favors USA more than India. Democracy goes in a much better way as compared to India.
I
See in USA. So I would appreciate if each of you would speak on this.
I think literacy is the most important thing here. In the US, people are more literate. That is because the country is more developed.
Yeah.
They know how our democracy works, and so they are literate. They know how should a democracy work. So the leaders, they are not able to cheat them. They can't make their own. They're unable to build up their own empires or anything else. They have to serve the people because the people know how they should act.
But if they can be educated and they can know a lot about democracy, then why can't our Indian citizens? Like crimes are more prevalent here, not in USA. USA crimes are of different stuff, but that is not related to democracy. But here, most of the crimes are related to democracy, and serious crimes are also caused in our country.
In India, we are not taking the leadership capability of the person we are electing. In fact of
Yeah,
it,
that is the main point.
in fact of it, we are counting on the followers we have.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's the point. That democracy acts like a double-sided sword. Because the thing is, it gives you the freedom to elect whoever you want to. Any individual can become a minister. It's just that if you have people who literally see you as a representative,
Yeah,
you
if
can
you have
become
a lot
leader.
of supporters,
Okay,
then
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter from which part of the society you come. You can be elected as a leader if you have people who want to see you as a representative.
That is why I think now the youth should be in, like they should be made involved in democracy. Whatever maybe their age, doesn't matter. Maybe a 10-year-old can also like start getting involved in politics, and also that his views can be like publicized in the society, and he can.
I would say 10 years is like a really young age, but 16 years can be good. Like 18 years is still like old enough, but like 16 can be also considered. Like 16-year can
What I
also
think is that at a younger age,
yeah, at a younger age you can.
it should start.
I think that age group of people can be involved in electing the representative, but the representative we elect, they must be educated. The main thing is they must be educated, they must be
They
experienced.
must be having a less crime record also.
Yeah. And
Less, they should have no
nowadays,
crime records.
There
They
should
have
be no crime records.
Since
They must
are-
have some achievements. And nowadays, what is happening is, if anyone has some followers, he's a leader. That should not happen.
And see, it also depends on the people who vote. See, the thing is like the most of the educated class of India, they don't even go for voting whenever elections are conducted. Like
Yeah.
if you see like in states like Delhi and all, they have either 50% voter turnout or 60% voter turnout. So those individuals who are educated, they don't even go and vote. Those who go and vote, they are the people who are bribed for giving them votes. Like the political parties, they bribe people.
or the uneducated people.
Or uneducated,
Those
exactly.
who don't have any idea about what are the
democracy
consequences of their
Electing
electing
them.
their own representatives.
They just see that they are giving some gifts to them and they elect them.
Yeah, that's
Pay
all.
for all those stuff and
If the educated class of India goes and votes, we will see changes in the democracy, we will see changes in the system.
I think the crimes and corruption which has increased is the main reason due to which the people are losing trust in democracy.
Exactly. There's a problem inside the system itself.
But who is benefiting from corruption?
The leaders.
The
The
leaders are
leaders,
benefiting, but
politicians.
apart from leaders,
The leaders, their middlemen, which they call their right hands or left hands, they are getting benefited. Their own family members.
then if everyone is benefiting from corruption, then corruption should be like appreciated in the society. If everyone is benefiting,
Everyone
from
is not
something,
benefited.
Common people who
We are not
elect-
being benefited by that. Like the people, like the close ones to the ministers or the people who hold different posts, like important posts in the government, like an IAS officer. These are the people who get benefited.
I don't agree with that. I think many honest people are also there.
Many honest people are
Honest
there, but
people are
many
also
people
there.
are also corrupted. That's what I'm saying.
You can't say that for everyone. No?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so now we have spoken about democracy, right? We have spoken about the system in difference between USA and India.
Yeah.
We have even said that. Now, I think the main thing is political party now, because in democracy, political parties are big thing. There are different
Yeah,
parties.
democracy is constituted of political parties only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are political parties. So, what you guys, I would appreciate if you guys would say about political parties, the role of political parties.
I think that the number of political parties should be decreased. Like every state has its own, every state has about 10 to 15 political parties of its own. Like this is not good. It should be reduced, and the reduced number should have one motive, that they should develop the nation, they should decrease the crimes, and they themselves shouldn't do the crimes. That's the main motive. They can't just be leaders and then enjoy their powers and do crimes. That is not possible. And for that, the number of parties should be reduced so that everyone will be focused in one way. Everyone will have a particular goal that they have to develop the nation, and that is how we are going to achieve something.
You raised one thing that everyone is getting benefited out of it. These are their own tactics, I think. The political parties are doing these tactics to increase the voters for the next time. They are involving corruption in the offices and government things, so that the people are feeling good. And
Is corruption prevalent only during the election period or throughout all the years?
Throughout, but it's at its peak time during this thing, elections.
Okay, and the thing is, like, corruption is not the only crime which is happening. The thing is, political parties, like, if you get into politics and you're holding a position in the government, it gives you a lot of power. Now it's up to the
holding a position
yeah.
is like a really good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like being a CEO of a company.
Exactly. So now it's up to the politicians how they utilize the power. And most of the politicians in today's scenario are not doing what they are meant to do.
Misusing their power.
They are, like, corruption is one of the crimes. Other than that, also there are a lot of fights. We don't know. We don't get to know about it because of the immense power these guys are having.
Yeah, due to their power, they use and they suppress the cases. The cases do not reach the media enough. Then how will
The media is also biased. Media is also biased.
You can't say that the media is biased, but still the leadership, the power they have, they suppress the cases. They don't let the media reach there. They use their powers. The police is under them, the other forces are under them. They can stop anyone.
The thing is, if we say that democracy is bad, we can't be sure that if we are electing a monarch, that he'll do good for the country. We can't be sure of that. Democracy gives us a power that we are electing a whole lot of representatives who we expect to do something good for the country. Monarch is that we're depending only on one person. That's like even more difficult.
It's not difficult. Like in monarchy, one person would have a particular motive, and that one person can be anything, and that person will be the best in the entire nation, who will have a positive attitude towards developing the nation. So it will be good. Like monarchy is. I'm not saying that monarchy is better than democracy, but in our country, democracy is misutilized. That is the problem.
India is like one of the most diversified countries in the world. Okay, so like if you select one leader, he can't contain the issues of the whole country. We need representatives from different states with different
cabinet will be there,
ideologies.
definitely. Cabinet will be there, just like now we have a prime minister and under him a cabinet, and there are several ministers
Only a
and
leader
there are
and a
also
cabinet should be
subordinates.
there.
That will be there, but
That will happen.
like our prime minister, he should be like the dictator of the nation. That sort of thing should.
So basically, you're saying we need to follow democracy, but a different system of democracy.
Yeah, we should follow democracy,
But we need to make some changes in the system.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the pros and cons of democracy, and you guys have illustrated as well.
Yeah.
So
very well. We have it.
Yeah. So as Saksham said, if we bring up a monarchical, our concerns were to bring a monarchical instead of a democratic.
We are not telling that we are going to change from democracy to monarchy, but we can adopt like most of the things of monarchy so that it will be a
Yeah,
we
so-
can
a combination of
systems
combination
to
of
get a better
powers.
system.
Yeah, so and as Saksham said, if we bring a monarchical form, the voices of the poor will be lowered, and so these type of things will happen.
The voices of the poor won't be lowered.
It will be
Like,
suppressed.
they
It will
can-
be suppressed.
they
We
can
are
still
building a
raise-
system inspired from both the systems.
Yeah, so it will have
Not particularly
components of
just
both
a
sides.
monarchy.
But you have a guarantee if you bring a monarchy,
You
will.
don't give a guarantee,
It's a
but-
democracy, but a few parts of like monarchism has also been taken so that the system becomes better and the decisions are taken a bit quick. Because right now, like if you have to pass a bill in Lok Sabha, it takes months and months. Sometimes it takes years to pass.
Because it involves many people.
Because it involves view of many people, and even if like a small group of people go against it, if the bill doesn't get enough votes, it is postponed till the
It's
next
like
year.
the bill has to be passed by 2/3 of the majority in the Lok Sabha. That is the
Exactly.
problem. That is not exactly a problem. It's just like majority. But what about the other 1/3? They have their own reasons to like not agree to the accepting the bill.
I
They
think
have their own reasons.
I think this can minimize the crimes also. The more number of leaders we have, the more number of relatives they have. The relatives they do misuse of the power of their relatives who are leaders they have.
Exactly.
If the number of leaders are lowered, misuse will be less.
Yeah, that is what. Number of leaders has to be reduced. Like, we can't directly go to monarchy, but like reducing the number of leaders is similar to monarchy.
You,
like,
you guys have come up with this thing to combine both monarchy as well as
democracy.
Yeah. So in this way, the voices of the poor won't be suppressed, and good decisions will be decisions will be made quick. In fact, as you said, it takes months' time, maybe years also sometimes. So
Crimes
now-
will also be.
Yeah, crime will also be reduced. Great, it will be reduced very great numbers. Okay, so yeah, so now I think we can put an end to this topic. We have found a solution to combine both monarchical as well as democracy. So this would be a really a good system, and things will like improve, and our country will improve to a great extent. We hope. Yeah, that's the main thing. So I think we can end the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.